Afghanistan on the Bounce is a project that began in late December of 2010 and early into 2011 on the soldiers and the service members, primarily of the United States, and what was going on in Afghanistan. We as civilians, a lot of us have very little knowledge about what's really going on over there, and our people we know come home. We thank them for their service, but without a good knowledge or understanding of what they did over there, it's really hard to really know what's going on. And so myself and my co-author Steve Hartov began this project, and over the last few years, we've had multiple trips into Afghanistan, both of us, to cover and work with the U.S. forces, some of our allied forces, and with the Afghan people to better understand what's going on in Afghanistan today. It was a really hard one to deal with, and it took me a long time to deal with and come to terms with the fact that if that was the case, there was something else out there that I should be doing. And I always have since told people, when you get a no in your life, you should celebrate it as much as when you get a yes. Because had I gotten in and served, I would have done a very crucial thing, but I would not have been able to go over there and do what I did. And I've heard from countless soldiers and service members that I've been with over there that they're really proud of what we did with the book and proud of what we did over there. And I would never have been able to have brought that or done that had I gotten in. So in our lives, we never really know what reality is going to take, and we can hope for what we hope for, and then just, in my opinion, celebrate a no just as much as you celebrate a yes. We were on the boat headed out to the Statue of Liberty, and I noticed that he had a tattoo on his arm of a camera, and so I started a conversation with him over the camera, and he mentioned that he was an embed in Iraq, and I was like, oh, that's fascinating. How did you go about doing that? And he said it's a lot different than what people would think, and so he sat and kind of walked me through while we were on that. He was headed out to the statue. There was a report that the statue had a fire going on in it, which turned out to be inaccurate, as we found out later. But it was just interesting because it was with that conversation that I started to think, once in our life, when we see somebody doing something that we want to do, it helps when you meet somebody that's actually doing it. And when you meet somebody that's actually there, I mean, if you want to be an actor or whatever, and then you meet an actor, you realize, okay, they're human, they've done it. So how do I do that? And so it kind of opens doors when you get to see that it's an achievable path.